Shalom. Kol Holo Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahusha Ba'ashem Rekach Wadash. The bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders, and great millstone Ruel tells us truth. Much respect to you brothers out there, just preach his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, hopefully liking the speckled bird and want to say Shalom. Now I saw this the other day, and pretty much as we read right here, 3 receive life sentences for a woman's rape, shooting and setting her on fire. And as we covered at camp, if I'm not mistaken, also did a lesson as well. You know, this is going to be a everyday thing in times that we coming into with Jacob's trouble, right? And it's going to be harsh out here. That's why you need the covering of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? Make sure you making your call and election sure, doing what you're supposed to do in the spirit, because a lot of gruesome deaths, we should say, you know, is going to happen, you know. And apparently it was over a rap battle, you know, as it says, 3 men convicted of a woman's brutal New Year's Day attack in 2004. Oh, this was in 2014. Okay. So I guess they just now sentencing them. It's like almost 10 years, pretty much. Now we'll never see the outside world again after Superior Court judge handed down their sentence Wednesday afternoon. So it's almost about 10 years ago. You see, that's another reason why we do these lessons, man. Because, you know, under the rule of Esau Edom, you know, these people are able to run rampant, right? These types of spirits, these wicked ass spirits, are able to run rampant. When we had our kingdom, or especially in our kingdom to come, right? These spirits will not run rampant, right? Judgment will be executed speedily, according to whatever law that you broke. You see, we're going to keep the law perfectly, right? We're going to keep it perfectly. And so from the least to the greatest Israelite is not going to break any laws, but you other nations, right? You're not going to have these bodies that we're going to have, right? So y'all are prone to breaking the laws. And if y'all do anything like this, which that is wicked as hell, you know. I don't know if they were all in the same room at the same time, or, you know, one taking, regardless, it's wicked, man. All right? Shooter, you know, you set her on fire. That's a wicked ass spirit. But hey, the Lord did that as well, right? That's what you Christians also don't realize. The Lord did that as well. The Lord put the spirit upon these men to commit that murder, man, right? To do what they did to her, which is a wicked. Yeah, most definitely. But once again, the Lord put the spirit upon them to do that, you know, for whatever she did in our past life, right, or within this life. The Lord deemed it worthy for her to die in that manner, right? And like I said earlier, you know, in the times to come, that's going to be the norm. I also got these pictures up here. I know Jake has, you know, we have shared this, you know, a couple times, but hey, it's the truth. Jake, she only wants you after she's all puffy and used up. Don't be a sucker, Jacob. You know, I'm thinking of that football player, you know, before I even knew him, of his accolades and, you know, the things that he have done on the football field. You know, that brother from his woman, how his woman acted, right? How she pretty much, you know, she for the streets. Let's just keep it simple. She for the streets, and Jake is over there simping it up for her. And I believe the elder had did a lesson, Manat Zaba had did a lesson on Jake that went back into the burning house, into his burning house to get a wedding ring, and he ended up passing. Come on, Jake. Come on now. I saw this as well. Mother of 4 was shot and killed after taking her daughters to fight someone. You see, and that's the wickedness of Eve, man. Right? You know, in this picture, you don't see the father. You know, and that's the doing of Esau Edom. That's the doing of Esau Edom, which is also a punishment unto us for our women being out of order like that, right? You got all these children, and you're raising them up pretty much. You're raising the women to be in a manly, more of a wicked manly man, right? Really a simp, right? Really, let's say that, right? To go fight someone, right? And best believe that young man is most likely effeminate, right? In the way that he conducts himself, you know. That's what happens with a lot of these single households that were raised by the woman, right? If the father is not in the household, that's what happens. So the daughters out here fighting like men, and the little boys out here conducting themselves as women or having effeminate emotions, man. Right? Here it is right here. Like I said, I thought this happened recently, but, you know, apparently it was 2014, 10 years later. It's like, man, you know, in our kingdom, judgment would have been executed already, right? They did the crime. They broke the law, all right? They're supposed to be put to death for that, right? Right there on the spot. Not waiting 10 years later. Oh, you know, now we're going to get to your case. You know, that's wicked, man. Let's get this right here. Job 4 and verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off, right? Who perishes being innocent, right? Not a little baby, not a little child, old man, old woman, right? No matter your age, you know, no matter if you walking down the street, you ain't, you know, supposedly ain't done anything to anybody, right? You have done something that the Lord deemed worthy for that judgment, right? Whether it's in your past life, in this life, right? The Lord deemed it worthy for you to die in that manner, right? We're also under the curses. And a lot of our people as well said, let the blood be upon us and on our children when Yahushua was being crucified, right? And so that's another reason why you see, you know, a lot of this wickedness, a lot of our people being shot down like that, right? As a judgment. You said, let the blood be upon us and our children, right? You pretty much cursed yourself, right? Let's get this right here. 1 Timothy 5 and verse 6, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth, right? She that liveth in pleasure. A lot of these women are living in pleasure, living that high life. I believe I did a lesson a couple months ago of these women that take these trips to Dubai and all these other places, how they're literally having these men shit on them, man. Right? Very disgusting. But yeah, they got that bag. Yeah, they got that money. But what do you have to do to get that bag, get that money? You getting literally shitted on, right? So another reason why, you know, Keisha and this kingdom ain't worth getting. And a lot of these people that's out here, you know, taking these trips and stuff, you know, don't be envious of their life, you know, as the scriptures speak of. Don't be envious of these people. Don't be envious of the wicked. We got something better coming unto us, right? But right now, we just got to endure what we have to endure. Psalms 9 and verse 16, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the works of his own hands, right? The Lord is known by the judgment which he's executed, right? This is the Lord's doing, right? The Lord set it forth. The Lord had a meeting in the heavens. All right, this person is going to be taken out this way. And you got to respect that, right? I know these Christians like to believe the Lord is all love, love, love. No, the Lord creates destruction, creates havoc upon the earth. He uses this spiritual demon Satan and all his constituents, all right, his other angels, to cause havoc upon the world, right? To execute judgment. He also uses the angels on the right-hand side to do that as well, right? It's one of my favorite Psalms 37, verse 28. For the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off, right? The Lord loveth judgment, right? He's executing this judgment, right? But if you're the righteous, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to be preserved from these judgments, man. Matter of fact, you're going to have righteous judgment. You're going to be taken care of, all right, while everybody else is out here going to be looking stupid. Psalms 89 and verse 14, justice and judgment are the habitation of thy throne. Mercy and truth shall go forth before thy face. All right, this is the Lord's habitat, man. Hey, this is the Lord's spirit, right? He executes judgment and justice, right? This is justice. Whatever that young lady had did in our past life or within this life, once again, the Lord deemed it worthy for her to die in that manner, right? And for these men, right? That's also judgment for them to be locked up in that manner, right? And now, just us speaking as a man, just me speaking as a man, I believe a whole bunch of these prisoners are going to be let loose somehow, some way, earthquake or something, and they're going to be let loose upon the people, and they're going to do acts like that again. Just me speaking as a man, right? You already got these soldiers over here already, right? Undercover soldiers, right? Best believe all hell's going to break loose, man. That judgment that woman received is going to be an everyday thing. Right? Psalms 19 and verse 9. The fear of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is clean, enduring forever. Right? Fear the Lord. That's the whole duty of man, to fear the Lord and keep the commandments. Right? The judgments of the Lord are true and righteousness altogether. Right? The judgments of the Lord are true. Right? You can't call the Lord wicked for doing what he does. Right? You got to accept it. And with you accepting it, with you fearing the Lord, and you wanting mercy upon him, you're going to do what you're supposed to be doing, right? So you won't receive that judgment. Psalms 33 verse 5, he loveth righteousness and judgment. The earth is full of goodness of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You see, the Lord is full of the goodness of the Lord, right? But he loveth righteousness and judgment, right? Now, the scriptures speak of, it seems like the wicked is prospering. They're doing good. It's like, they're not being judged, but they will be judged. What the Lord is doing is having their sins reach up into heavens, right? Right, it's Jake, right? It's most definitely Esau, Edom, but, for the wicked of our people, oh man, that man got everything. All right, but don't be envious of these people, because when the Lord pours that judgment upon them, man, as the scriptures speak of, they shall seek death and shall not find it. It's going to be a very painful and excruciating way to go out, and not very honorable, right? Let's see, 1 Kings 2 and verse 3, and keep charge of the Lord Yahweh thy power, walk in his ways. You see, walk in his ways to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, and is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself. You see, if you keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, right? You call upon the true name of the Lord, you're doing the work of the Lord, you're going to be very prosperous. It's not to say that you ain't going to go through anything, but in Jacob's trouble, when everybody's put on the same level, the same playing field, right? When everybody's out there fighting for food, you're going to be prosperous. You're going to be taken care of. Psalms 106 and verse 3, blessed are they that keep the judgment, and he that doeth righteousness at all times. You see, and we just read in 1 Kings 2 and 3, right? You're going to be prosperous if you do these things. Let's get these last few scriptures, and we'll go ahead and close out, right? Because I've been seeing a lot of women, like we covered at camp, that woman being set on fire on the train. She was sleeping, if I'm not mistaken. She was sleeping. And I gave the analogy, looking at it through the spiritual sense. You can't be out here sleeping, spiritually sleep, because death, hell, and destruction is going to come upon the whole world, through Jacob's trouble and all other means. If you're not paying attention, you're not going to be ready for it. All right. But let's get this in Isaiah 32 and verse 9, classic scripture. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Right? Rise up, you women. All right. Hey, you better open up your ears, man. Check what's going to happen to these women. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. So a lot of these women, the Lord has them propped up on a high pedestal, very proud and pompous spirit. Right? But we're seeing a change within this world as we speak. Jake is not saying the black woman is God anymore. Jake is not falling for these women anymore and their antics. Jake is going after the women of the other nations, because check it, when they have children with them, right, those children are going to be Israelites. Why? Because you are the seed of your father. You are whoever your father is, right? And so we're seeing the fall of the wicked ass women, the Babylonian women power structure, right? And in the time of Jacob's trouble, they really ain't gonna have no mercy upon you, man. Right? There's so many stories out there where these women's out here playing games with Jake, just to get a free meal, right? Just to get this, just to get that, tricking, right? Playing around, right? It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. Right? They're not going to be doing so good. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare. Gird up sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teeth, for the pleasant fields, and for the fruitful vine. Right? So a lot of these men, as that woman that passed away in 2014, right? They're going to have their way. And a lot of them, you're going to get set on fire, right? Just plain and simple, man. Hey, these people ain't going to have no mercy upon you, man, in these last days. That's why we do these lessons, to wake up the elect. Only the elect is going to get it. So Yahweh desires an edifying lesson. Once again, this is going to be a common occurrence in the times to come. So with that